She looked at me like I was the cool down laugh at the gym. Fuck Mike. It's crazy. I worked for UPS. I was dealing with this customer. I couldn't tell if it was a guy or a girl, so I said, "Excuse me, you have a package, or do you?" She didn't. No, I'm a hiring manager for UPS, and it's awesome because I get to meet really interesting people. I was interviewing this girl the other day. Her name was Florence. I said, "Oh, it's an awesome name. Have you ever been to the city in Italy?" And she was like, "Technically, yes." So what does that mean? She said, "My parents do this weird thing where they name their kids after where they were conceived." And I was conceived in Florence, Italy. To which my follow-up question was, "Who taught you how to interview?" I literally just met this girl. Like, what was she thinking? Like, I'm a hard worker, I'm a team player, my parents had sex in the Italian countryside. Should I start next week or what? She would be overqualified. That would be a cool world to live in though if everybody did that. They named their kids after where they were conceived, because you would know exactly what you were dealing with. Like, if you saw a cute girl at the bar and you're like, "What's your name?" She was like, "Denny's bathroom." You would turn and you're away from that girl. You know exactly where she comes from. But I was curious. I've had a long-term girlfriend. I wanted to know what her name would be in this made-up world. So I asked her parents, and they told me Lake Tahoe hot tub. Like, it's perfect. It's a little classy and a little slutty, just like my girlfriend. She got mad though. So she went to my parents and asked them what my name would be, and they told her Arco Arena parking lot -accident. What? About Michael's love. What am I gonna do with that shit? She was like, "It's perfect. It thinks it's worth way more than it is, and it's about to be abandoned." And she broke up with me. No, we're still together. Don't cry. No, I didn't think we would last this long because she was trying to rush the relationship, and it was just weird. Like, when we first started dating, she only wore maternity clothes. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" She's like, "Dressing for the job I want." "You're fired. Get out of here." She's trying to rush it. It was weird. Like, our first date, the topic came up on how many girls I'd slept with, and I told her, and then I asked her how many guys she had been with. And she was like, "Well, you're not my first, but you might be my last." I was like, shit. Because I had no intention of raping and murdering this girl. I'm mean to her. It's okay if I'm mean to her. I've known her for a long time in the biblical sense, if you know what I mean. And if you don't, I mean I made her up to tell you guys those stories. Do you guys follow Jesus? Not like as a Christian, I mean on Twitter. Because, let's be honest, if anybody should have been limited to 140 characters to communicate, probably that guy. Can I get a what? If Jesus had a Twitter, here'd be a Jesus tweet. "You're gonna die for all man's sins, #shit my dad says." And Jesus would never tweet #YOLO. I have no problems with Christianity. I personally don't believe it, because Jesus made some bold claims in his day. Like, Homeboy claimed he could move mountains. And then was asked the logical follow-up of, "Well, then move that mountain." And he was like, "Nah. You should just believe I can move mountains." Which is crazy to me, because I told a girl 2 days ago, "Yo, I got a 12-inch dick." She was like, "Prove it." And I was like, "Nah. You should just believe." And I did. It's 12 inches. She didn't, but like 12 dudes started following me around. It was the craziest thing. More Jesus jokes? Is that what we're feeling tonight? Yeah, a couple of them? Alright. You can look back throughout time and you can see just how old God was when he created shit. Like, think about it, when the world was first created, a lot of colors, a lot of shapes, obviously a baby God. Not a lot going on. And the God was a little bit older, and you could tell he was a little kid God because he was obsessed with dinosaurs. Any human remains we find from that time, obviously just old G.I. Joes he lost in the sandbox. And then God had a bunch of kids, and he did what he swore, and what every parent swears he'll never do. He had a favorite kid, and he named him Jesus. And Jesus just went around bragging about it all the time. Like, I'm the one true son of God. The Romans were like 2 weeks ago, you said we're all God's children. And Jesus was like, yeah, but you guys are adopted. And the Romans got pissed, so they killed him. And God was like, what the fuck? And then he disappeared. He said he was going to go get burgers and never came back. And it's left us all with abandonment issues. Like, half the world's like, he was never here for us. We don't need him. And the other half's like, no, guys, he's totally coming back. He'll be here. Traffic. I don't know. Maybe traffic. Going? A minute? Alright, I'm going to tell you guys a bad joke. And then I'm going to tell you a great story about that joke. I hate my friends. They do this weird thing where they quote the last movie they ever watched in the most inopportune times. I was having a serious conversation with my best friend. I didn't know what I should do with my life. I was like, buddy, what should I do? He's like, may the odds ever be in your favor. I was like, what does that even mean? Bad joke's out of the way, right? Have any of you ever been to Lake County, California? A couple people, you guys can vouch for this. Lake County's not the birthplace of meth, but it's where meth did a semester abroad. Meth went, fell in love with the culture, settled down and had a couple of meth babies. That's Lake County, and I was at a bar doing a show, and I did that joke, and it was the same reaction. No one laughed, and I was like, oh, you guys didn't watch the movie The Hunger Games. Blank stares. I was like, did you guys at least read The Hunger Games? Nothing, and then it dawned on me. I was like, oh my god, you guys can't read. And this guy stood up, he's like, the fuck are you trying to say? I was like, I thought I was pretty clear up front, but here's a pop quiz. What's a thesaurus? He was like, that was the dinosaur that tried to eat Alan Grant in Jurassic Park 1, bitch. What made it better is a dude in the back of the bar, he stood up, he's like, no, you idiot, that was the one from Jurassic Park 2. How did these people make it to adulthood? Keep it going for Steph, everybody. She's awesome.
Yeah!